Alright, so today we will discuss about the 2018 October-November paper 1-2 for additional mathematics. So yeah, let's go into the question number 1 here. So they will ask you to solve this equation for the angle between negative 180 to 180. So whenever you guys see about negative angle, you must be careful a little bit, because in igcse we seldom have the negative angle question. So when we have it, yeah, we need to do it lah. So yeah, we kind of need to solve this equation first. So I will move the 1 to the other side, become negative 1, and I will move the square root 2 to the other side, become over square root 2. So therefore I should have sine x plus 50 degree equals to negative 1 over square root 2. Okay, make sure you don't expand the x plus 50, because lots of you will accidentally expand, become something like sine x plus sine 50. Then the whole question is wrong already. No need to continue. So you just remember, no matter sine, cos, tangent, the bracket one you cannot expand one. It's not like algebra, because this whole thing is like one angle. So make sure you don't expand it. Alright. Then what we need to do is we kind of need to move our sine to the other side, become sine inverse for the whole angle. So I will just use the calculator. Sine inverse negative 1 over square root 2. And I can show you my high-tech calculator. Yeah, because recently the Casio actually sponsored me, so they give me a 1-year license for this calculator. So yeah, but can it work or not? Okay, yeah, menu 1. So yeah, so you just go to, you guys can see the calculator, right? Shift sign, and make sure it's degree. Do you see a D on the top, right? So you should know this is degree. Negative 1 over square root 2. So then I press enter. Calculator will tell you 45 degree because what? Because you doesn't find the reference angle. So I say whenever you see the negative, right, you should find the reference angle. But in this case, because you want a negative angle, so you can mark it down also. Negative 45 is one of it. Yeah, so I can write it down also, negative 45. But then I find the reference angle first. Alright. So reference angle, you should know the reference angle basically is 45 degrees. So you just need to go back here, delete the negative in order to find the reference angle. Press enter. It's 45 degrees. Okay. So I will write the 45. You should know 45 is not your answer, because from this quadrant thing, add sugar to coffee, sine will get negative at the 3rd quadrant and 4th quadrant, right? So therefore you don't have any positive angle here, because positive angle is like is over here. But then this angle is not x, right? This is x plus 50. So we need to find our new range also. So what I will do here is I will form the new range is like plus 50 for all of it. So it's 230. This one, negative 180 plus 50 is negative 130. So yeah, this one will be my new range. That means you realize, maybe I can take the 3rd quadrant, because 3rd quadrant is what? 180 is 180 plus 45, right? 180 plus theta. And our theta is 45, right? So it's 180 plus 45 is 225, right? So therefore 225 is still within the range. Just nice, because we cannot get any angle more than 230. So therefore, yeah, I can take that angle, which is 225. Because if you doesn't form this new range, right, when you see between negative 180 to positive 180, right, you might not take any positive angle, because you might think, oh, the 1st and 2nd quadrant doesn't include, so I don't have any positive angle. But because it is plus 50, so you need to form the new range over here. Oh yeah, sir, I watched your video. Which video you watched, Jaming? So okay, then we go to the negative angle. So for negative angle, right, because this quadrant and this quadrant we also need to take, right? Because if you know about negative 180, this is 0, right? all the way here to negative 180. So we kind of need to take these two angles. So the first one is very easy, negative 45. This is the first angle the calculator tells us at the very beginning. And then so this one is negative 45. And then the next one is, this one is negative 180 minus theta, right? So it's negative 135. So then you need to see, can you include this angle or not? Because your new range tell you you need to stop at negative 130. So you need to stop at negative 130. Negative 135 is beyond it. Because if you draw the number line, this is negative 130. Negative 135 is after negative 130. So this angle we shouldn't include. So we only have one of it. So therefore, yeah, we only have these two angles. Then my x should be minus 50 is 175 plus 50. This one minus 50, negative 95. Okay, so we only have these two angles here. So what if you accidentally put negative 135? What happened is later you minus 50 again. Let's say you put 135 here. You minus 50 again. This one will give you negative 185. Negative 185 is out of the range already. So you cannot put 135 here. You get it? So I would say this 4 mark actually is quite a lot of things you need to pay attention. It's not like the standard one. Okay, so yeah, this is just how you do it. Or the calculator one. Oh yeah, recently I got the sponsor from Casio. Yeah, I need to make 40 video for them. Yeah, now just done the second one, so I will need to make another 38 video for them. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, find the equation of the curve which have the gradient of 4, and then at this point it's such that the second derivative equals to 5 plus e power of 2x. So equation of curve, I say in igcse you only have one method to find equation of the curve, which is y equals to integrate dy dx. Okay, and you realize you doesn't have dy dx in the equation. So when you doesn't see dy dx in your whole question here, you need to look for the gradient or gradient function. So the question tell you what? Gradient of 4. So it's dy dx equals to 4. Okay, when I have the dy dx, I must know what is the x coordinate because I need to use it to find c. So when x equals to 0, you realize I didn't write the whole coordinate 0, negative 3, right? Because I didn't need the y coordinate now. The y coordinate is later I will use it, but not now. So, and yeah. So therefore, in order to get the dy dx, right? Yeah, this is not dy dx. What am I talking? This one is gradient of tangent. Alright, this gradient of 4 is the dy dx after you sub the x value into it. So I can say this one is a gradient of tangent equals to 4. It's not really the dy dx equation because you need to find the dy dx equation. But you can still think it's dy dx. How do I explain that? Because the dy dx should be one equation with some x or x squared over here. But when I say the gradient of 4, is the dy dx value after you sub the x value into it. Okay, maybe later you will know. So because my dy dx should be integrate of my d2y dx squared, right? So I will integrate 5 plus e2x here. So I integrate this one, I will get 5x plus 2, integrate, not differentiate, sorry. e2x divided by 2 plus c. So you see, this is my dy dx. Okay, but when I sub the x equals to 0 into this dy dx here, my dy dx will equal to 4. Because some of you, when you see dy dx equals to 4, right, you will totally ignore about second derivative. You just say, oh, then I know already, I integrate 4. Then I will get something like 4x plus c. And then, okay, then I sub in the coordinate, I got the c. Then eventually, you get a straight line. And then you got wrong. So I want to tell you this dy dx equals to 4. You will use it when you sub into the equation, okay? It's not really your equation of dy dx. I hope you can understand. No? Yes? Yes, right? It's quite common, right? This kind of question. It's not like first time you do it. So right now I will sub 4 into my dy dx. X equals 0, right? 0 plus E0 is 1 over 2 plus C. So my C is 3.5, right? 7 over 2. So therefore, my dy dx is equals to 5x plus E2x over 2 plus 7 over 2. Now I can find my equation of y here. I will integrate my dy dx, E2x over 2 plus 7 over 2. So yeah, so I will get 5x squared over 2 plus E2x over 4, because divide 2 again, plus 7 over 2x plus d. Okay, make sure you don't use the c again because you already used c at the very beginning. So yeah, so use any other letter. So right now you will need to use x and y. Y equals to negative 3. X equals 0 is easy. 0, 1 over 4, 0 plus d. Then d will become, okay, negative 3 will be negative 12. Negative 12 will be negative 13 over 4. Okay, so my final equation here should be y equals to 5 over 2x squared plus 1 over 4 e2x plus 7 over 2x minus 13 over 4. Yep, this one should be my final equation. Let me check it out. Yep, which is correct. Okay, so far so good. Should be okay, right? It shouldn't be too difficult. Number 3. Okay, on the exit below, sketch the graph of this one and show your coordinate of the point where the graph will meet the exit. So whenever you have the modulus graph, the first thing you need to check is inside the modulus is the power 1 or power 2, because you only have linear and quadratic. So it's x power 1, you should know this is v-shape. So v-shape, you need to find the vertex here. How to find this vertex? We make the y equals to 0, sub into the equation, and then we should need to find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is quite easy, right? Which is x equals to 0, because we need to know what is our y-intercept. So okay, step by step, we sub y equals to 0 first. So 0 equals to 6 minus 3x. So 3x equals to 6, x equals to 2. And you might ask me, teacher, where is the modulus? Because the other side is 0, right? You can just ignore the modulus, alright? Or you can do plus minus 0 if you are so worried about that. Okay, so later I already got 2, 0, right? So I know my vertex is over here. So later I need to draw a V, something like this. So therefore I need to know what is my y-intercept. Y-intercept, I make x equals to 0. So my y will equals to 6. So therefore I will pass by the 6 here. Because this one is symmetry lah. So basically I should have another 4, 6 here. So yeah, so if you want to know, you can just sub the 4 into the equation. Y equals to 6 minus 3, 4 here. So it's negative 6, it becomes 6 also. Yeah, so this one will be your equation. You use the ruler to draw a nice one. Yeah, something like this, but must draw using the ruler lah, alright? It shouldn't be hard for you. And they ask you to solve this thing. Okay, 6 minus 3x equals to 2, and 6 minus 3x equals to negative 2. Because if you have the modulus, you have, when you expand the modulus, you have a plus minus at the other side of equation. So this one is 6, yeah, move the 2. So 4 equals to 3x, x equals to 4 over 3. Then 8 equals to 3x, x equals to 8 over 3. Okay, if you no idea about this one, you can change to decimal to give yourself some idea, like this is something like 1.3333, and then 8 over 3 is about 2.667. Okay, because what? Because you kind of need to use to solve about the last part here. And then find the value for this inequality. So inequality is modulus is not that simple. So what you need to think is like this. You need to think like you have two equations. One equation is y equals to 6 minus 3x. The other equation is y equals to 2. So you have these two equations. So I kind of need to draw out y equals to 2 to give you some idea. Where is my y equals to 2 here? So I have a line like this, y equals to 2. Yeah, this one should be a nice straight line. Can I insert a line here? Let me see. Do I have this featured here? Home. Seriously, I cannot. Oh yeah, there's a line here. Okay, never mind. I can adjust this one. At 2 here. Please give me go to 2. I don't know why he didn't let me go to 2. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me redraw it again. Why is like you cannot follow? Never mind. I just use. Okay, just imagine this is a straight line. Okay, just use my free hand. Okay, this is y equals to 2. So you should know these two value because that's now I find already, which is a 4/3 and 8/3. So it's like 1.333 and 2.667. So yeah, right now, what the question want, they say this equation should be bigger. So this equation here, this V shape here should be above the line y equals to 2 because bigger, right? So you can see over here is below, right? So this small v here is below, is not what we want. So in order to get the above one, so we need to know from 8/3 go all the way here. So you can see this line is above, isn't it? Then any value less than 4/3 is above also, right? So you have two value. One value is x must be less than 4/3. The other value is x must be bigger than 8/3. Because at this two range, the v actually is above the line y equals to 2. You get the idea, right? Or you don't understand? If you see carefully, you should be able to understand, right? Because for this part, this small v here is below the line y equals to 2. Only, I use other color, I use highlighter maybe. Only this line here, do you see y equals to 2? This black line here is above y equals to 2. When I say above, I focus on y. I focus on the y value. It's above. Okay, you should be able to see it, right? So same idea to this line here. This line here is above the y equals to 2. Because over here they say this modulus equation must be bigger than 2. So that means must be above the line y equals to 2. I hope you get it. Because it's just 1 mark. So you kind of need to write down these two things. And then you can easily get your 1 mark. Okay? Okay, number 4 here. Find the values of dy dx when x equals to 0.3. You must show all your working. 4 mark for product rules. Quite fair. So basically this is u, this is v. So yeah, my dy dx equals to, okay, u differentiate v plus v differentiate u. So copy the u, x cubed differentiate the v is 2 over 2x plus 1 plus copy the v ln 2x plus 1 differentiate the u 3x squared. Alright, so yeah, when x equals to 0.3, basically you can insert the whole thing here. Okay. Must show all your working. Yeah, I think you can straight away insert. So yeah, 0.3 power of 3 here. And then put another bracket. I think should be fine. It's 2 over 2 bracket 0.3 plus 1. Next, close the bracket. plus ln 2 multiply 0. Put a bracket 0.3 plus 1, close the bracket, and then open the bracket again, 3 multiply, put a bracket 0.3 square, close the bracket. Yep, 12.7. You get it? Basically just type everything into the calculator and you should get a nice answer, and my answer is wrong. How come, am I type anything wrong here? Plus 1, okay. Plus ln 2x plus 1, okay. And then multiply 3x squared. Oh, this is 0.3, maybe because of decimal, so big difference. Oh yeah, really, one decimal make a big difference. Yeah, it's 0.161. Yeah, so make sure when you type the calculator, you must type carefully in order to get the correct answer. Hence, find the approximate increase in y when x is increased from this value. So you know this is a change of x. Use the new one minus the old one, you get h. So they want a change in y, so you should know change of y over change of x equals to dy dx. So we have this already, and we have the dy dx, and this is 0.3, right? And you realize just now you also sub in the 0.3, so you can straight away use this value as a dy dx value. So you don't need to redo it again. So change of y equals to h equals to 0.161. So change of y equals to 0.161 h. Done. There's 1 mark. Very easy to get if you understand what's happening here. Binomial expansion. The seventh term of the expansion of this one is ascending power of x. The seventh term of the expansion in the ascending power of x is 924x power of 6. Okay, it is given the a and b are positive constants, show that b equals to 1 over a. Okay, so yeah, depend how you want to remember about 7th term, because yeah, we have something like r plus 1 equals to n term, something like that. But normally I don't like to remember that. I just focus at the x power here. Because x power of 6 means what? Means it's NC6. So this is 12. So I know that 12C6 for this one. A power of 6 bx power of 6 equals to 924x power of 6. Okay, but normally I will take coefficient, I will ignore about x power of 6, okay? So I ignore about the x here because yeah, I do need that. Then what I will do next is I will use the calculator, do something like this, 12C6. So I will get a number here. Oh, it's nice. It's just 924. So this is 924. A power of 6, b power of 6 equals to 924. So divide 924 for both sides. So a b power of 6 equals to 1. Then I 6 root it. A b equals to 1. Then b equals to 1 over a. Because I 6 root 1, I get back the 1 as well. So yeah, sure. Alright, then the sixth term of the ascending power of a sixth term of expansion of a plus bx power of 12 in the ascending power of x is 198x power of 5. So find the value a and b. So basically you form another equation, then do simultaneous only. Nothing very special here. So I will just do 12c5. And then this is a n minus 5, so it's 7. Okay, so this is b power of 5. You can write bx power of 5, but I prefer b power of 5 because I don't want to take the x power of 5 here. So I just take out their coefficient. So I will solve this equation. So I would need the 12c5 here. So it's 792. Okay. So divide by 792. Here we have a7, b5. And I have the b, right? b is 1 over a. So a7, 1 over a5. And then this one I can kind of do some, I will do 198 divided by my answer. So it's 1 over 4. So I get 1 over 4. So this one I simplify, I get a squared equals to 1 over 4. Then my a should be positive negative 1 over 2. But I want to see, does the question say they want positive number only? Yeah, they want positive constant. So therefore, my a is 1 over 2. My b is 1 divided by 1 over 2. My b is 2. Yeah, I solve it for a and b easily. So yeah. Shouldn't be too difficult. So number 6, 1 here. Ask you to differentiate this one. So the differentiate of 5x squared minus 125 2 over 3. So yeah. Yeah, just differentiate lah, nothing special. So I will going to move the 2 over 3 to the front. Copy whatever inside the bracket, minus 1 become 1 over 3. Because negative 1 over 3, sorry. And then inside here you just copy whatever you have and then differentiate whatever inside the bracket right at the back here. So I only can differentiate 5x squared, so I give me 10x. Because when I differentiate negative 125 give me 0. Okay, so yeah, this one should be my final answer, but normally I will write nicely a little bit. Or I can just leave like this, I just multiply 10x should be fine. So become 20x over 3 bracket 5x squared minus 125 power negative 1 over 3. Okay, this one should be my final answer. I don't think you need to change into the 1 over q root thing. So yeah, so I think should be fine. And then using your answer in the part 1, do the integration for this part. So when you see something like this, you know this integration, you doesn't really need to integrate it, but you need to rearrange your equation. So what you can do over here is copy the question and the answer from your part 1. Okay, so I will copy my question. And then I will copy my answer. 20x over 3, 5x squared minus 125, negative 1 over 3. dx, no dx. Okay, so when I copy until like this already, I say I need to find my question here. So the question is what? Integrate this thing, right? And I see this thing actually is height over here. Do you see that? It's exactly the same, right? So what I want to do now is I will add the integration sign for both sides. Add the integration sign like this. And then, yeah, I will do the dx thing here because I need to integrate it. So what I will do after that is I need to solve the 20 over 3 here. So when I solve the 20 over 3 to the other side, become 3 over 20 here. And then this one simplified already. So I have 5x squared minus 125. 2 over 3. Actually, I know it's so many bracket. And then I will do plus c. Done. So when I integrate this thing, this is what I will get. Okay, so my answer is over here. My answer is over here. So you can see in the whole process over here, I don't really do any integration here. I just need to like copy the question and answer from the part 1, and then I rearrange everything until I get the questions I want here. Then yeah, I got my final answer. Okay, then hence and find this thing. So is it the same here? Yeah, it's the same, right? So I can just straight away use the other side and ignore about c because right now we have the limit 6 to 10. So yeah. So normally 3 over 20 I'll just leave outside, okay? So 5x squared minus 125 power of 2 over 3 and then bracket 610. Yeah, no wonder. Then multiply 3 over 20. Yeah, 5.63, which is correct. Okay, so yeah, don't copy any wrong number here. Okay, number 7 here. The vector v have the magnitude of 39 and is in the same directions as negative 12.5. Write v in the form like this. So normally this kind of questions, this is direction. So what I want to do is, yeah, from the direction here, I will give myself some idea. Negative 12 and then 5 here. So Pythagoras tell you what? This is 13, right? Yeah, 5 square plus 12 square root, you get 13. So, but your magnitude right now, will be 39. So you need to think from 13 how to get 39. 13 go to 39, you need to times 3, right? So therefore, here you need to times 3, here you need to times 3. So my vector v will be negative 36, 15. Okay, because this one actually will give you, yeah, this one will give you 39. Yeah, just in case you prefer the formula thingy, you can do that by using the direction, right? So you can say something like v equals to 39 multiply 1 over square root negative 12 square plus 5 square negative 12, 5. Okay, the idea is we're using the magnitude multiply unit vector of direction. I hope you still remember what is unit vector. Unit vector is basically is the vector u over magnitude u. So this is what happens for unit vector. So I use the magnitude multiply the unit vector of direction, then I still get back the same answer here. Yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that. Or you can just draw a triangle, I think should be fine. As long as you show the working. I mean, in the exam, of course, you okay, you cannot totally do a triangle like this. You still need to like pretend you do something like negative 12 square plus 5 square, then you get 13. Then you can say 39 over 13 equals to 3. Then you can do 3 multiply negative 12, 5. Then you get this answer. Okay, you get my idea? Depend what you want to do. But at the end, you must show the working. You must give the examiners the reason to give you 2 marks. Okay, so vector P and vector Q is such that in this form, where R and S are constant, given that the 2P plus 3Q is 0, 0, 5 RS. Okay, this one, just the multiplication now. Alright, so I will multiply 2 into the P here. So I have 2R plus 2S, 2R plus 12. And then 3Q, I times 3 into the Q here. So I have 15R plus 3, 6x minus 3 equals to 0, 0. Then, yeah, then we just need to solve it. Okay, 2R plus 15R, 17R. This one will be 2s plus 3 equals to 0. First equation. The second equation is, okay, 2R is just 2R. Then here is plus 6s. Then the number I plus together will become plus 9 equals to 0. And then, yeah, find the value R and S, right? So, okay. First equation, I'm going to multiply 3 in order to get 6x here. So first equation times 3. So I should have 51r plus 6s plus 9 equals to 0. Okay, then second equation, third equation, I use the second equation minus the third equation. So I will have negative 49r equals to 0 because I minus already. R equals to 0. Okay, then we will just do for s here. So I will say 2r plus 6s plus 9 equals to 0. Since r equals to 0, 6s equals to 9, negative 9, s equals to negative 9 over 6, s equals to negative 3 over 2. Yup, it's kind of weird here, but I guess this is the correct answer. Because when they say r and s is a constant, so normally constant I assume I will get a number but not 0. But I check the marking scheme, yeah, r is 0, so it's kind of weird, but yeah. The 0 can be constant as well lah. Constant just mean not variable, not x and y. Yeah, but this can be any number. So the next one, find the values of constant a for which a inverse. Yeah, you don't have matrix already, right? Yeah, skip this one. Matrix now is at your extended math only. So the polynomial of this px is divisible. Divisible means what? Divisible at the same time is mean factor. That means your remainder will be 0. This is the idea of divisible. By x plus 3 is given that this is the differentiate of px, is 36. Differentiate 2 times of px is 86. Well, find the value a, b, and c. Yeah. Okay, we do the divisible thing first. Okay, so I know p negative 3, I will get 0 because it's divisible. Okay, so how to get negative 3? You just make x plus 3 equals to 0. You should know x is negative 3. Okay, so yeah, I will sub the negative 3 into my x here. So I get negative 27a plus 9b minus 3c minus 9 equals to 0. Or a number can divide by 3. So I'm going to divide by 3. Negative 9a plus 3b minus c minus 3 equals 0. So c equals to 3b minus 9a minus 3. I heard some echo. Is it my problem? You guys can hear me, right? Alright, then I will going to do the first differentiate 0 here equal to 36. Okay. So I will differentiate px. I will have 3ax squared plus 2bx plus c. So when I sub the 0 into here, I will get 36, right? I get 36 when I sub the 0, then c equals to 36. Because 0 get 0, this one gets 0. And then I will do the second derivative for px. So I have 6ax plus 2b. So then this one will equals to 86. When I sub 0 into here, then I get my b equals to 43. Then my c equals to 343. C is 36 minus 9a minus 3. Then we need to solve this thing. 9a. This is 129 minus 3 minus 36. 129 minus 3 minus 36. And then divided by 9, a equals to 10. Yep, so far so good. Yeah, A equals to 10. Yeah, my A, B, and C also correct. Yeah, I mean this question only tests like how can you understand the PX or not. Okay, using your value of A, B, and C, find the remainder when PX divided by 2x minus 1. So I will plug in into my PX. Equals to 10x cubed. B is 43, 43, C is 36. Plus 43x squared plus 36x. And then minus 9. So they asked me to find the remainder when divided by 2x minus 1. I need to find out what value I should sub into the x here. So I will do something like 2x minus 1 equals 0, x equals to 1 over 2. Then I will say P1 over 2 equals to my remainder. So that I no need to do a long division. So I just need to plug the 1 over 2 into here. So it's 10 over 8. Because 1 over 2 power of 3 is 1 over 8, right? Plus 43 over 4 plus 18 minus 9 equals to my R. Then I will use the calculator to do this. So 10 over 8 is 5 over 4, or you can type 10 over 8 plus 43 over 4 plus 18 minus 9 is 9. Okay, so answer should be 21. So your remainder will be 21. Okay, so let's move on to number 10 here. Okay, so the diagram will show the part of the curve. So you have a cost curve over here where A and B are positive constant. So the curve going to meet the y-axis at 0, 6 and meet the x-axis at these two coordinates is given here. So the curve going to meet the x-axis again at P and minimum point at M. Find the value A and B. So from here, I think we can just do some substitution to solve it. No need to overthink so much. Okay, so I'm going to use these two coordinates which I have, which is 0, 6 and... Okay, so I will use this one first. Okay, this is when y equals to 0, my x equals to pi for cos. Nope. Do I need to do simultaneous? Okay, never mind. Just write it down first. B I do not know, so I will say B pi over 6. Okay, the second one is use the... Yeah, I think I should use another one first. 0, 6. So when y equals to 6, my cos equals to 0. Because x is 0, so the cos 0 is just equals to 1. Then my A equals to 2. Then like this, I can get my B easily. So I will just solve this equation. So this equation will give me cos, I call it pi over 6b equals to negative 2 over 4, right? So it's negative half. So therefore, this is the... Yeah, so I want to see which angle I want to take. So I will find a reference angle first. So I will do inverse cos 1 over 2, which is... use the calculator, should be 60 degree pi over 3. But I will need to change my... I will need to change my angle unit to radian. Then only I will do shift cos 0.5. So it's pi over 3. So yeah, pi over 3 here. But cos will get negative. Then I need to figure out a little bit. Add sugar to coffee. Cos will get negative at these two quadrants. But I will take the first one I get here first. So this one will be pi minus theta. Just now we get pi over 3, right? So pi minus pi over 3, you get 2 pi over 3. So therefore, I will say pi over 6b equals to 2 pi over 3. Then I should be able to get my b here. Pi and pi I simplify. I move the 6 here, become 4. So therefore, yeah, my b is 4. A will be 2. So yeah, this is how we solve this kind of question. You kind of need to like solve a little bit. Okay, you might ask me, why can't you take the third quadrant? Third quadrant will be the second time your y equals to 0. This one will be the third quadrant, because this one will be the first time the curve actually meet at 0. Then this one will be the second time. So when you rotate from 0 here, this is the first time you get a negative angle, right? This one, then you go to the second time, you get a negative angle. So this is the reason why I take the first time, which is the second quadrant. I didn't take the third quadrant. Okay, so let's move on. Use your value a and b, find the exact coordinate. See the word exact, that means you must leave your answer in pi, alright? So we have a equals to 2. So I'm going to copy my equation. 2 plus 4 cos 4x. Y equals to 2 plus 4 cos 4x. So they asked me to find p. P will be the second time I meet at the x-axis, right? Meet at x-axis, we know y equals to 0. Then 0 equals to 2 plus 4 cos 4x. Then cos 4x equals to the negative 1 over 2, right? Negative 2 over 4. So it's negative 1 over 2. Then find reference angle also, which is pi over 3. Then just now, we do the add sugar to coffee. We cannot take back the s here. If not, we will get back the same coordinate like just now. So we need to take the second one. So this one is pi plus theta. So imagine pi plus pi over 3. You get what? 4 pi over 3, isn't it? So therefore, 4x equals to 4 pi over 3. X will equals to pi over 3. So therefore, coordinate P should be pi over 3, 0. Okay, and then I want to make sure pi over 3 is the coordinate after pi over 6. Yeah, it makes sense. Then you get is pi over 3. So I want to make sure on the number line, the pi over 3 is larger than pi over 6. Okay, then find the exact coordinate of M. M is a minimum point, so we can do the dy dx equals 0. So I will get 2 plus 4 cos 4x equals to 0. And then I will solve this one also. So I will get negative 2 over 4, negative 1 over 2 cos 4x. Oh no, dy dx equals to 0 is not y equals to 0. I need to differentiate it. What am I doing? So if I differentiate this one, I will get differentiate cos, give me negative sign. So it's negative 16 sine 4x equals to 0. Then sine 4x equals to 0. Then you need to do 4x equals to sine inverse 0. Okay, sine inverse 0 is a bit tricky because you have quite a lot of angle you will get 0, which is 0, pi, and 2 pi. Then you need to see which one you should take here. Because first thing, you shouldn't take a 0, because later 0 divided by 4 is still 0. And you see over here, you see at this position, does it look like a 0? No, right? The angle must be between pi over 6 and pi over 3. So over here, I will take the second one, which is pi. X equals to pi over 4. Because what? Pi over 4 is between them. If you're not sure, you can change everything into the decimal. Here I take pi over 4. If you take over here, pi over 4, change the decimal, this is 0.7879. This is 0.79. Then you take pi over 3. Pi over 3 is is 1.05. This is 1.05. And then you check pi over 6. Pi over 6. And then it's 0.5. So 0.79 is just nice between it. So I know I should take the second quadrant. Okay, so yeah, because if you take the 0, you get 0, which is the maximum point here. So the next point I will take for the minimum here. So this is the reason why I take the pi also. Because later, if I want to take the, because just like I said 0 pi and 2 pi, right? I will take the 2 pi at the next maximum point here. So you get the idea, the sequence, which point you need to take. If you don't know, you can do a try and error as well. But if you know, then you can straight away take the second angle here. But then we are not yet finished because they will ask about coordinates. So we should have the y coordinate as well. So x is pi over 4. Then I want to find y. I just plug into my y equation. Y equals to 2 plus 4 cos 4 pi over 4. Then I simplify. 2 plus cos pi is -1. So is -4. So y is -2. So my exact coordinate for m should be pi over 4 and -2. Okay, so yeah, make sure you do carefully. You should be able to get the correct answer. 11 here. Okay, the diagram show the sectors OPQ with the center O. The radius is R, where the angle POQ is theta radian. So the perimeter of the sector is 10. So, okay, so you take this equation, you realize what? This equation doesn't have R. So that means you need to make an equation R as a subject. There is a reason why they give you a parameter. So you can use the parameter first. Parameter is quite easy, right? R plus R theta. Mean all the surrounding one you plus together. 2R plus R theta equals to 10. Like what I say, you need to make R a subject because this equation doesn't have R. So I factorize 2 plus theta equals to 10. R equals to 10 over 2 plus theta. Then now I can do area equals to half R squared theta. So half R squared, I have the R, 10 over 2 plus theta squared theta. Okay, so 10 square will be hundreds. Never mind. I will just do 100 over 2 plus theta square. Yeah, never mind. Just put the bracket theta here. Then I simplify here. I get 50 multiply theta over 2 plus theta square equals to my A. Then I say, sure. Yeah, for this kind of question, 5 mark I would say is very easy, but then you need to get the idea like how to get the correct equation. So normally, first thing is I will read the question carefully. I see what information they give me. Normally they will give you area, perimeter, volume. They will give one of the information, and then you should know that information. The purpose of that information is to help you to form one equation. But when you want to form one equation over here, you need to choose, do you need to make R as a subject or you need to make the theta as a subject? So how to choose, then you need to get back to the equations, the second equation given here. So if the second equation given here is without R, then that means I need to know, I already know I want to make my R as a subject. If this equation is without theta, then I will make the theta as a subject. Okay? Then it's given that theta can be varied and A has the maximum value. Find the maximum value of A. So that means I need to find A. Maximum value of A. I need to find the maximum value of A. So I kind of need to do the dA d theta equals to 0 here. So yeah, we differentiate this one. But the problem is this is the quotient rule. Yeah, because top and bottom also have theta. So yeah, quite a lot of works. Never mind. Yeah, there's no way to simplify. Never mind. This is U, this is V. Copy the V, differentiate the U, which is 50, minus copy the U, differentiate the v, which is 2 plus theta 1, and then differentiate 1 at the back over v square 2 plus theta power of 4 equals to 0. But luckily it's equal to 0, so I can ignore about denominator because I will get 0 here. And top here, should I... Yeah, I can divide 50 for whole equation, then the 50 actually gone. I think, can I factorize 2 plus theta? Yeah, I can factorize 2 plus theta here. Or you can just expand it if you want. Then I get 2 plus theta. This one simplified already. Minus 2 theta equals to 0. Yeah, then over here, 2 plus theta equals to 0. Or this one is 2 minus theta equals to 0. This one theta equals to -2, which is cannot because our angle cannot be negative in this case. So this one theta equal to 2. I'm going to take this angle. But then the question doesn't ask me to find area. Doesn't ask me to find theta. They want me to find area. Then I need to sub back my theta back into my equation. Then area equals to 50 times 2 is 100 over 2 plus 2 is 4 square. So it's 100 over 16. Use the calculator. 100 divided by 16. Decimal 6.25. So this one should be my maximum area here. Yep. So far so good. Yeah, then we go to the last question of the day. This is the coordinate geometry. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Thanks for letting me know. What happened to 30? Why keep on going out and coming in again, man? Okay, last question here. So the line, this line will intersect at a point A and B. Find the coordinate of the point where perpendicular bisector of AB will intersect the line y equals to x. Yeah, 9 mark, there's a lot of things here. So basically my objective is I want to find A and B first. And then second objective first objective, find the coordinate A and B. Second objective, I want to find the line perpendicular bisector of AB. Third objective, I will use this equation here, equation I find at part 2, to intersect with the line y equals to x with part 2 equation. Okay, so yeah, it's not really hard because AB just substitute into each other. So 2x plus 5 plus x 2x plus 5 equals to 5. Okay, I just sub this equation into here and then solve it. 2x plus 5 plus 2x squared plus 5x equals to 5. So this is 2x squared plus 7x. 5 and 5, 0. Yep. Factorize out the x. We have 2x plus 7 equals 0. X equals to 0 or x equals to -7/2. Yeah, it's the coordinate I don't like. I don't like the -7/2, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. So I need to find the y. So this one, x equals to 0, y equals to 5. I got the first coordinate, 0, 5. This one, y will equals to 2, -7/2 plus 5. This one, y will equals to -2. Okay, second coordinate will be -7/2 and -2. I don't care which one is A and B because the question doesn't give us any information. You can just assume this is A, this is B. It doesn't matter. Then I need to find perpendicular bisector of AB. I say perpendicular bisector, you always need two information. You need the M2, second gradient, and then you need a midpoint. Because this is perpendicular bisector of AB. So it will pass by the midpoint of AB and it will perpendicular bisector to the gradient of AB. So first thing is, find the gradient of AB. So it's y minus y over x minus x. So yeah, this is 7 over 7 over 2, which is 2. Yeah, so m2, which is negative 1 over 2. And then I need to find the midpoint of AB. Midpoint will be 0 minus 7 over 2 divided by 2, 5 plus negative 2 over 2. This one will be negative 7 over 4, comma, 3 over 2. Then I need to... So this is my y minus y and x minus x. This is x, this is y. Yeah. So redo it again. So y equals to negative half x. Multiply in, this is negative 7 over 8 plus 3 over 2 here. Yeah, this is 4, 12. So this one should be times 4 is 12. 12 will give me positive 5 over 8 here. So when y equals to x, yeah, we need to solve this thing here. So this one will give me 3 over 2x equals to 5 over 8. Then my x will equals to 5 over 8 multiply 2 over 3. Simplify, get 4. So x equals to 5 over 12. Then since y and x will be the same, so y will become 5 over 12 as well. So the coordinate will be 5 over 12, 5 over 12. Yeah, I just insert the x and y wrongly. So this is the reason why I like how to get 5 over 12. Yeah, so make sure in the exam you don't insert the value wrongly. Then you should be able to get the correct answer here. Yeah, this 9 mark, do carefully. It shouldn't be too difficult. But just now I insert the value wrongly. Yep, it's no problem. I think that's all for the class today. Is there anything you want to ask me?